Greetings. My name is Lauren. It's a joy to introduce to you my friend, Dr. Jabbour, a distinguished professor with a doctorate in Islamics. I invited him to read to you passages from his book, Unshackled and Growing. A PDF version of the entire book in English is available to you for free on the website friendshippathways.com. You may also access past episodes there. I present to you the episode, Jesus and the Law.
Jesus and the Law. The law, the Sharia in the Old Testament covered many categories, including civil laws regarding government and leadership. In Islam, one of these types of laws is called Khilafah, successors of the Prophet, and another is called Imamah, which means leadership. Then dietary laws, such as what is kosher for the Jews, called haram and halal by Muslims. Then the Sabbath with all its demands, unique to Judaism. Then diseases and how to deal with sicknesses, including leprosy. Then clean and unclean. This area of the law shares great similarities with the Sharia and Islam, and it addresses how to get clean and stay clean, tahara and najasa. Social relationships such as marriage and divorce. Then the house of faith or insider versus the outsiders. Jews refers to the outsiders as Gentiles. Then one final category is very important in the Old Testament and has no parallels in any other religion except for Christianity. It has to do with the laws regarding sacrifices and the sacrificial system. In Islam, there's a record of Abraham, in obedience to God, being willing to offer his son as a sacrifice. It is called the Great Sacrifice, Al-Dhabh Al-Azim. But the whole sacrificial system, kafara, is not as central in Islam as it is in Judaism and Christianity. Jesus grew up under the law, just as all the Jews of that time did. But when Jesus began his public ministry, he said this about the law: "Do not think that I have come to abolish the law or the prophets. I have not come to abolish them, but to fulfill them." Jesus related to the law in a number of ways. When it came to rigid, external commands, Jesus said, "You have let go of the commands of God, the 10 Commandments, as they are expounded in the 613 laws, and are holding on to the traditions of men, the 1,500 additional laws." Another way of saying this is, you have held fast and rigidly to the letter of the law and let go of the heart and the intent of the law. Jesus pointed out the deeper issues rather than the externals. For example, the Pharisees were very concerned about ceremonial washings like wudu and eating only what was clean, kosher or halal. Jesus said to them, "Listen to me, everyone, and understand this. Nothing outside a man can make him unclean by going into him. Rather, it is what comes out of a man that makes him unclean. For from within, out of men's hearts, come evil thoughts, sexual immorality, theft, murder, adultery, greed, malice, deceit, lewdness, envy, slander, arrogance, and folly. All these evils come from inside and make a man unclean." Jesus focused on inner cleanliness of the heart. When it came to the moral law, Jesus helped his followers understand the intent of the law rather than just obeying it out of duty, fard. He spoke with authority, not as a prophet, but as a person who's greater than a prophet. He said, "You have heard that it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If someone forces you to go 1 mile, go with him 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you." When it came to disciplines of obedience, Jesus focused on the love relationship with God rather than on the duties we must perform to please God. A Jewish teacher of the law asked Jesus which of God's commandments was the most important. Jesus answered, "The Lord is one. Love the Lord your God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your mind and with all your strength." When it came to the sacrificial system, Jesus brought completely a new meaning. The Old Testament sacrificial system was detailed and elaborate. The books of the law of Moses, the Torah, including Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, teach extensively on the types of offerings and sacrifices the Jews were to make. There were priests dedicated to serving God by following the exact demands of the law regarding sacrifices. The temple must have looked and smelled like a slaughterhouse, as bulls and sheep and other animals were sacrificed precisely and continually. These Old Testament sacrifices serve to foreshadow Christ's crucifixion. Jesus once and for all became the sacrifice. He fulfilled the law by being the perfect sacrifice.